Hey, today is section 1.9. We're adding and subtracting mixed numbers this time. There are two different ways to add or subtract mixed numbers, but I'm going to be just covering one way, and that is we are going to change. Oh, that marker's dead. We're going to write all mixed numbers as improper fractions. So the first thing we're going to do, this is one method. There is a second method, but we're going to just stick with one method in this class. And we're going to write all mixed numbers as improper fractions before we add or subtract. So we see that we're adding mixed numbers. So the first thing we do, change this to improper. So we keep the denominator. 5 times 2 is 10. 10 plus 3 is 13. Plus 8. 8 times 1 is 8. Plus 7 is 15. And then we have just two improper fractions, and just like the last video, when we add fractions, we must have common denominators. What's a common denominator between 5 and 8 would be 40. So I rewrite them with the common denominator 40. So 5 times 8, 13 times 8. 8 times 3 is 24. 8 and plus 2 is 104. Over here we have 8 times 5, 15 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 plus 2 is 7. So now you have 104 plus 75. 5 plus 4 is 9. And then that's 17 over 40. Now, Connect Math may ask you to write that as a mixed number. So to write it as a mixed number, you divide the 40 into the 179. And keep your whole number and such. But you always need to see if you can simplify it. Okay. So moving on, now we're going to do a subtracting one. Remember, I'm teaching you just one method so that we don't have to do the borrowing and stuff. So just change them all to improper fractions. We have 5. 5 times 2 is 10. 10 plus 3 is 13. Subtract 8 times 1 plus 7 is 15 over 8. Uh-oh. Are we going to be able to subtract this? We'll find out in a second, won't we? So we get common denominators, 40. We already have the same problem, so I can just look over here. This is 104, and this is 75. So we can subtract them. So don't get too worried right here until you get common denominators. You cannot add or subtract any fraction until you have common denominators. So we have this. We subtract 5 from 4 would be 9, and 7 from 9 would be 2 over 40. And there's our work. So there's two examples for how to add and subtract mixed numbers. And I'll see you back with the next section.